And we are live here in ST Bobcat Nation on YouTube, where your Skidmore-Tynan Bobcats will be going up against Port Aransas Marlins. And for defense for the Bobcats, you have number 13 Colton Lopez pitching on the mound for the Bobcats. You have number 3 Mason Sweeney playing catcher. You have Brendan Torres playing first base. Number 22, number 5, Matthew Stillman playing second base. Number 8, Morgan Shannon, shortstop. Number 9, Chase Shannon, third base. Looks like number 12, Anthony Varrial at right field. Looks like Aiden Hernandez, number 1, in center field. And looks like number 7, Chasen Chambers at left field. And if you did join us on ST Bobcat Nation, thank you for joining us. There is a softball game going on ST Lady Cat Nation, and the only reason we have ST Lady Cat Nation is just for streaming purposes, because me and Amador cannot stream both at the same time. So we do have 2 YouTube channels, one for ST Bobcat Nation, where we be hosting the Bobcats baseball, and ST Lady Cat Nation, where we will be hosting the Lady Cat softball. Now again, if it's dual simultaneously streaming, we will be using both channels. My name is Ray Ramirez here on ST Bobcat Nation. And to start off for the Marlins is number 7, Garrett, who will be playing catcher for tonight for the Marlins. Number 7, Garrett for the Marlins, starting off top of the first, playing catcher tonight. And a high pitch by Lopez. 1-0 count. Garrett with a 1-0 count. Ball low. 2-0 count now for Garrett. Outside corner for strike number 1. 2-1 count now for Garrett.
It's a 4 though, because it looks. Well, if not, if it's too small, you can take it back, but everything's still.
Yeah. 2-1 count for Garrett. Ball bounces in front. Low pitch. 3-1 count now for Garrett. Swing and a miss by Garrett. That'll make it full count for Garrett. Full count for Garrett. Again, 3-2 count for Garrett. No outs, no runners on. Swing and a miss by Garrett for strike number 3 for the first out. And that's going to bring up number 19, Jackson. And Jackson will be playing second base for the Marlins today. Okay, number 19, Jackson for the Marlins up to bat now with 1 out. Inside corner for strike number 1. 0-1 count on Jackson. 1 out. Ball low. 1-1 count now for Jackson. 1 out, no runners on. Ball high. 2-1 count now for Jackson. 1 out, no runners on. Just a bit outside. 3-1 count now for Jackson. One out, no runners on. Right down the middle for strike number 2. 3-2 count now. 1 out, no runners on. Ball high. That'll be ball number 4. And he will be awarded first base on the walk. And that's going to bring up number 8. Talent. Sorry if I mispronounced the name, but number 8, Talent, up to bat with Jackson at first base. 1 out. Ball escapes the catcher, and Jackson will be from first to second. And it'll be ball 1. One and 0 count. 1 out, runner at second. Inside and low. Ball number 2. 2-0 count. Ball low. 3-0 count. 4. And that will be runners at first and third. And that is going to be number 10, Wagner, coming up for the Marlins. Again, number 10, Wagner, coming up for the Marlins with runners at first and third, 1 out.
Go Bobcats.
Just a bit inside, 1-0 count for Wagner. And runner goes from first to second. Wagner with a 2-0 count. Runners at second and third now. 1 out. Just above the knees for strike number 1. 2-1 count. 1 out. Runners at second and third for Wagner. Ball down. 3-1 count for Wagner. Runners at second and third. 1 out. And a foul ball by Wagner to the left side. That'll make it full count with 1 out. Runners at second and third. Ball high, and that will load the bases for number 2, Reidsel. Reidsel. Number 2, Reidsel, up to bat with bases loaded. 1 out. Right down the middle for strike number 1. Oh, and 1 count. Bases loaded, 1 out. Ball low, escapes the catcher. And Jackson will try to come in. And that will score a run. And I just heard first name is August, so I'm just going to call him August from now on. And ball's going to escape the catcher, and that will bring another run in.
Go Bobcats, get him out.
August with a 2-1 count, 1 out, runner at third. Just a bit inside for 3-1 count. And just a bit outside for ball number 4. And that's going to bring out number 6, last name Chastain, for the Marlins, with runners at first and third and 1 out. Lopez checks the runner at first and safe at first. Again, number 6, Chastain up to bat. Runners at first and third. Just a bit out high. 1-0 count. Chastain, runners at first and third, 1 out. And a foul ball to the right side. One and one count. Again, 1-1 count and 1 out. Runners at first and third. Swing and a miss. And that is error from the catcher to third base, and that'll bring another run in.
Let's go, Mace. Gotta make good throws.
And August goes from first to second. And that'll make a 1 and 2 count. 1 out, runner at second for Chastain. Right below the knees for ball number 2. 2 and 2 count. 1 out, runner at second. And that is a grounder to the shortstop, and it bounces right over him. And that is going to bring a double RBI for Chastain. And that is going to bring in number 5, Mills, for the Marlins. With 1 out, runner at second. Right down the middle for strike number 1. 0-1 count for Mills. 1 out, runner at second. A little low. 1-1 count. Right above the knees for strike number 2. 1 and 2 count for Mills. 1 out. And Mills will be the pitcher for the Marlins today. Swing and a miss by Mills for strike number 3. And that'll be 2 outs for the Marlins with a runner at second. And that is going to bring number 1, K. Kendall. Little inside. 1-0 count. he'll be safe at third. K. Kendall, 2-0 count, 2 outs, runner at third. Right in there for strike number 1. 2-1 count, 2 outs, runner at third. Little high. 3-1 count. And that is a high fly left center. And it will drop. And that is a RBI single by K. Kendall. And that is going to bring up number 13, Connor, for the Marlins, with a runner at first and 2 outs. Right in there for strike number 1. 0-1 count, 2 outs, runner at first for Connor. Swing and a miss by Connor. 0-2 count. 2 outs, runner at first for Connor. Swing and a miss by Connor for strike number 3, and that'll end the top of the first, where the Marlins score 5. And the Marlins defense for today is going to be Mills at pitcher, Garrett at catcher, Connor at first base, Jackson at second base, Talent at third base, August at shortstop, K. Kendall at right field, Wagner at center, and Chastain Dillon at right field. Left field. And K. Kendall will be at right field. Again, we are live here on ST Bobcat Nation on YouTube. And the girls softball is going live on ST Lady Cat Nation YouTube. And it looks like to start off the Bobcats at the bottom of the first is going to be number 8, Morgan Shannon, followed by number 7, Chasen Chambers. If you did join us on ST Bobcat Nation, thank you all for joining us. For the Marlins. And Morgan Shannon starting off for the Bobcats. Morgan with a foul ball to the right side. 0-1 count for Morgan. Morgan with a shot to right, and it is just foul ball. 0-2 count for Shannon now.
Let's go, Morgan. Let's go, Morgan.
Again, 0-2 count for Morgan. Ball low, 1-2 count. Again, Morgan Shannon with a 1-2 count. Right below the knees for ball number 2. 2-2 count for Shannon. Ball high. 3-2 count for Shannon. Coming up after Shannon's number 7, Jason Chambers. But for now, Shannon with a 3-2 count. Right down the middle for strike number 3. And that'll be the first stop for the Bobcats. Up next, number 7, Jason Chambers for the Bobcats with 1 out. Following Chambers is going to be number 3, Mason Sweeney. But for right now, Jason Chambers at the bat for the Bobcats. High swing and a miss for Shannon. Oh, so, excuse me, Jason Chambers.
Let's go, CJ.
0-1 count for Chambers. Swing and a miss for Chambers again. 0-2 count.
You gotta see the ball.
Swing and a miss for Chambers for out number 2.
Let's go, Mason.
And the third strike. And that is going to bring up number 3, Mason Sweeney for the Bobcats. Ball high. 1-0 count for Sweeney. Outside corner for strike number 1. 1-1 count for Sweeney, 2 outs. Sweeney with a ground ball to the shortstop. Shortstop fields it. And out at first base. 3 up, 3 down for the Bobcats. And that will end the bottom of the first. Again, we are live here on ST Bobcat Nation YouTube. And Lopez on the mound for the Bobcats still.
What you want, man?
I want to see.
What kind of
they're sour.
And the Marlins are back up to the top of their lineup with
sour
number
straws?
7, Garrett,
You want a chocolate Twix or Snickers?
to start off the top of the second.
We got nerd ropes too. Sour straws. You got it? You want a Snickers? All right, I'll take one Snickers. What about sour straws or anything? You want a Snickers? 2 Snickers. Riker, you want anything? Riker, you want anything?
Yes, sir.
I'll get
Mama.
you told me not to. You ready? You ready?
Again, 7, Garrett, to start off the top of the second for the Marlins.
Okay, perfect. $6. This you got it, sir? Yes, sir.
Ball high. 1-0 count for Garrett. And ball low and held his swing. 2-0 count for Garrett.
And then can I get it? Let's go, Colton. Let's go, Colton.
Again, 2-0 count for Garrett. No outs. And Garrett with a fly to the left side. Foul ball. Foul ball to the left side of the pole. Two and one count for Garrett. Right below the knees for ball number 3. 3 and 1 count now for Garrett. No outs, no runners on. Ball number 4. And Garrett will be at first base. That brings up number 19, Jackson, for the Marlins. Jackson with a grounder to shortstop, and shortstop can't field it. And that is a single by Jackson, and Garrett at second. And that is going to bring number 8. I'm going to see if I can get his first name.
Let's go, boys. Be ready.
And runners will advance to second and third. 1-0 count. Ball low. 2-0 count. No outs, runners at second and third. 3-0 count now.
Oh, he was out! He was out! He wasn't even on the bag!
And they call safe at third base.
He was not. He can make it back to the bag. Pay attention.
Let's go, Colt.
3-0 count now.
No help.
In there for strike number 1.
Let's go, Colton.
3-1 count. Running second and third, no outs. And a foul ball. That'll make the count 3-2 now. Staying alive is the batter. I think I'm gonna call him T, because I don't want to slaughter the last name. So T with a 3-2 count, runner at second and third, no outs. And a grounder to first base is T, and that'll be out number 1. Fielded by Brennan Torres. On a sacrifice RBI by T. And that is going to bring up number 10, Wagner, for the Marlins, with a runner at third and 1 out. Again, number 10, Wagner, for the Marlins, out to bat, runner at third, 1 out. Ball inside, 1-0 count. Ball high, 2-0 count. Wagner, 2-0 count. Just a bit up high. 3-0 count now for Wagner. 1 out, runner at third. Inside corner for strike number 1. 3-1 count for Wagner. Just a bit high. Ball number 4. And Wagner will be at first. And that is going to bring up number 2, August, up to bat for the Marlins, with runners at first and third and 1 out. And Lopez checks the runner at first. Safe at first. Again, number 2, August, for the Marlins, up to bat. One and 0 count for August. Runners at second and third, 1 out. Ball low. 2-0 count for August. Bases, runners at second and third. Ball high. 3-0 count. August with a 3-0 count. 1 out. Runners at second and third. Right down the middle for strike number 1. 3-1 count now for August. Ball high. And that will load the bases for number 6, Dylan. Ball inside and low. 1-0 count for Dylan. Bases loaded. 1 out. Dylan with a grounder to second baseman and can't field it. And that'll be 2 runs brought in by Dylan. And that'll be a double RBI for Dylan. And that'll bring up number 5, Mills, for the Marlins with runners at second and third. Ball high. 1-0 count for Mills. Just a bit inside. 2-0 count for Mills. Runners at second and third. 1 out. And Mills with a fly ball to left center. Chambers gets under it. And that is a sac fly for Mills. And that'll be 2 outs for the Marlins. And that is going to bring out number 1, K. Kendall, for the Marlins. High. 1-0 count for K. Kendall. Runner at third, 2 outs. K. Kendall with a grounder to third base, and that'll be an RBI single by K. Kendall. And that's going to bring out number 13, Connor, for the Marlins, with runner at first, 2 outs. Right down the middle for strike number 1. Runner goes from first to second, and he will be safe at second. 1-1 count for Connor. 2 outs, runner at second now. Ball low. 2-1 count for Connor. Runner at second, 2 outs. Connor with a foul ball. 2-2 count. Two and 2 count for Connor. 2 outs. Runner at second. Swing and a miss by Connor. And drop. Third strike out at first to end the top of the second.
Go, boys!
And the Marlins score another 5 runs, top of the second, making the score 10-0. And number 5, Mills, for the Marlins, still on the mound. And coming up to bat for the Bobcats is number 13, Colton Lopez, to start off bottom of the second. Lopez to start off the bottom of the second for the Bobcats. Right above the knees for strike number 1. Lopez 0-1 count. Right down the middle for strike number 2. 0-2 count. And swinging a miss by Lopez for strike number 3 and the first out. And that is going to bring up number 17, Enrique Ramirez, for the Bobcats. Outside for 1-0 count for Ramirez. Right down the middle for strike number 1. 1-1 count for Ramirez. 1 out. Swing and a miss by Ramirez. 1-2 count. Ball low. 2-2 count now for Ramirez. 1 out, no runners on.
Don't hesitate. Swing.
Again, Ramirez with a 2-2 count. Down the middle for strike number 3.
Let's go, Chase.
And that's going to bring up number 9, Chase Shannon, up to bat for the Bobcats. Shannon with a foul tip behind us. 0-1 count. Ball high. 1-1 count. Shannon with a fly to left field, and that will be a single by Chase Shannon. And that'll bring up number 22, Brennan Torres, for the Bobcats. Ball high for Torres. 1-0 count. Ball high again. 2-0 count for Torres. Runner at first. 2 outs. Ball high again. 3-0 count for Torres. Torres with a 3-0 count, 2 outs, runner at first. Down the middle for strike number 1. 3-1 count now for Torres. Torres with a ground right past shortstop, and that'll be a single by Torres. And that is going to bring out number 12, Anthony Verreal, to bat for the Bobcats, with runners at first and second, 2 outs. Again, number 12, Verreal, up to bat for the Bobcats. Down the middle for strike number 1. 0-1 count for Verreal, 2 outs, runners at first and second. Ball low. 1-1 count for Verreal. Just a bit inside. 2-1 count now for Verreal. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. In there for strike number 2. 2-2 count now for Verreal. Verreal with a grounder down the second base line. And out at first base. And that'll end the bottom of the second.
one or fatigue? Yeah. Can I have one, please?
And Bobcats are getting a new pitcher, Matthew Stillman, and they are changing their defense around a little bit. They have Matthew Stillman pitching, Sweeney still at catching, Brennan Torres still at first base, Aiden Hernandez is at second base now, Morgan Shannon is still at shortstop, Chase Shannon still at third base, Berrial is at right field, Lopez moved to center field, and Jason Chambers is at left field. Check on ST, Lady Cat Nation, see what Lady Cat doing. Huh? YouTube, ST Lady Cat Nation. They're 2 stations now. Again, Stillman pitching for the Bobcats now. And that'll be top of the lineup for the Marlins again. And that's going to be number 7, Garrett, for the Marlins to start off.
Out of the country club.
Yes. Bye.
Top of the third, number 7, Garrett, for the Marlins to start it off. Garrett with a pop-up to center field, left center, and it will drop. And that is a single by Garrett. And that is going to bring up number 19, Jackson, for the Marlins. Garrett goes from first to second, safe on a stolen base. Jackson, 1-0 count, no outs, runner at second now. And that escapes the third baseman. And that'll be another run by the Marlins. And a 2-0 count for Jackson. Here we go. Jackson with a 2-0 count. No outs, no runners on. And just a bit outside. 3-0 count now for Jackson. Jackson with a high fly ball to the left side. And Shannon getting under it. Out. For out number 1. And that is going to bring up number 8, T. I think they're saying C. Ball high, 1-0 count. Swing and a miss. 1-1 count now for T. 1 out, no runners on. With a foul ball to the left side. 1-2 count now. 1 out. One and 2 count now for T. 1 out. Just a bit low. 2-2 count now. And a high fly foul ball behind us. Staying alive. 2-2 count still. Swing and a miss for strike number 3, and that'll be 2 outs. And that is going to bring number 10, Wagner, up to bat for the Marlins with 2 outs, no runners on. Wagner with a foul ball to the left side. 0-1 count now. 2 outs, no runners on.
Thank you.
Just a bit low. 1-1 count for Wagner. 2 outs, no runners on. Just a bit high. 2-1 count now for Wagner. 2 outs. Just inside. 3-1 count now for Wagner. Wagner with a line drive to third base and caught by Chase Shannon to end the top of the third inning. And we will go bottom of the third now for the Bobcats. And to start the bottom of the third for the Bobcats is going to be number 1, Aiden Hernandez. And back to the top of the lineup for the Bobcats after that. Again, we are live here on ST Bobcat Nation YouTube. And if you are joining us, thank you for joining us.
Go, Ada, start us off, babe.
Hernandez starting the Bobcats off, bottom of the third. Ball high. 1-0 count for Hernandez. Swing and a miss by Hernandez. 1-1 count now. And right above the knees for strike number 2. 1-2 count now for Hernandez. And Hernandez staying alive. Here we go, Hernandez with a 1-2 count now. Swing and a miss for strike number 3 by Hernandez. First out for the Bobcats.
AJ, let's go, King.
And that is going to bring up number 8, Morgan Shannon for the Bobcats. Top of the lineup for the Bobcats. Ball low. 1-0 count for Shannon. Down the middle for strike number 1. 1-1 count now for Shannon. Ball low. 2-1 count now. 1 out, no runners on for Shannon. Swing and a miss by Shannon. for strike number 2. 2-2 count. 1 out for Shannon.
Don't reach, Morgan. Let's go.
Outside corner for strike number 3. And out number 2. And it looks like we will have a pitching change for the Marlins.
Just leave it. You got a key in case you screwed up and locked stuff in. So just leave it sitting on the corner.
And pitching for the Marlins now is number 2, August.
17-0. Jolie got her 600 strikeout. Yeah, it didn't take long. Thank God for tournaments.
Again, number 2, August for the Marlins on the mound now.
It's not working.
And that is going to bring Chasen Chambers up to bat for the Bobcats. Right down the middle for strike number 1. Swing and a miss by Chambers for strike number 2. 0-2 count now for Chambers. Chambers staying alive with a foul ball behind us. Oh, and 2 count for Chambers. 2 outs, no runners on. Outside, 1-2 count now for Chambers. Swing and a miss by Chambers for end the bottom of the 3rd. Stillman still on the mound for the Bobcats. And I have a special guest here with me today. The original voice of the Bobcats and streaming the Lady Cats now.
17-0, Ray.
17-0.
Lady Cats took it in 3 innings. So congratulations to the Lady Cats. And unfortunately I was busy and I didn't get to watch you. But I want to let everyone know you're doing a great job with. We're tag teaming and that's good.
Oh yeah.
We may flip flop sometimes, but we had to get 2 channels going.
Yes.
Well, that would have been a good thing that protected me. Little recap: a lot of errors out there. We got they got some good runners, good fielders.
Good base running by the Marlins. We've had a couple of errors. So, yeah.
You know, Ray, since we're in the middle of something, we don't really talk too much, but have there been like a lot of injuries going on? I know we had an injury over in the softball. It was due to a ball hitting the dugout by Jolie, man. I think she hit one of the players and was out with a concussion, but...
No, I think our boys they're tired. They got to do track, baseball, tennis, golf. They got to do it all. So I think their bodies are worn out a little bit, but... Just inside, 1-0 count for August, who got switched to pitcher tonight for the Marlins. And our scoreboard stopped working. Ball high, 2-0 count now for August.
We had a temporary outage over there too, and there was a couple of times where I know we had scored a run and the score wasn't changing, so I had to be like, hey.
Inside, 3-0 count now for August.
Stillman on the mound, right?
Yes, sir, Stillman. It started off with Lopez pitching, and now we got Stillman on the mound. Again, 3-0 count for August. Ball number 4. And that is going to bring up number 3. Vanna.
And you know, I remember him on the basketball roster, right?
Do you?
When we went over and we played them, and they got a pretty good basketball team.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they really got a good team. 2 years ago, they had 110 home games, something like that. It was quite a bit of games. They were undefeated, and they came here, and we beat them by like 2 points to end their streak. And
we got him.
Got him at second. Out.
That was pretty. If I may, Ray, I want to congratulate Haley Rodriguez. Grand slam over at the softball field today. 7-0. I call it the 7-11. She kicked it from 7-0 to 11-0, 4-run grand slam. Haley Rodriguez.
And Vanna, 1-0 count. 2-0 count now for Vanna. Ball high for Vanna. 3-0 count now for Vanna.
Thank you.
Yeah, 3-0 count for Vanna. No runners on, 1 out. Ball high. That'll be ball number 4, and Vanna is awarded first base.
On that 17-0 win by the Lady Cats, Ray, No runner got past second base. Jolie Man doing a good job containing.
Yes. And that is number 5, Mills, up to bat for the Marlins. Just below the knees for ball number 1. Mills, 1-0 count, runner at first, 1 out. Stillman steps back. So the Lady Cats travel to Kennedy next, correct? On Friday?
6 o'clock, Lady Cats. Coach was telling me something about Kennedy. I'll tell you later.
Low again, 2-0 count now for Mills. And the boys play here Friday against Agua Dulce Longhorns. And still to hear, see if they have a JV team or not. So we'll find out pretty soon. Right down the middle for strike number 1. And I think the girls' golf team is playing in Bevo tonight, or today. They played in Bevo today.
And I heard from Derek Franco that the Bobcats golf took 3rd place in Bevo today. So congrats to the... Well, we got old Kyler Wilson there. He would know, right?
I'm pretty sure he would. And Mills with a long foul to the left side. That'll make the count 2-2 now.
You think gonna be out there? It was the girls' tennis.
Oh, tennis.
3rd place. No, golf.
Mills with a fly ball to left field. And it passes Chambers. And that'll be an RBI triple by Mills. A double, RBI double by Mills. And that is going to bring up number 1, Kay Kendall, for the Marlins with a runner at second and 1 out.
My correction, it was the girls' golf team that took 3rd in the Beeville tournament.
Tennis. Was it tennis?
No, it was golf. And the guys tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Oh, what's I wrong? Man, am I wrong here? Golly.
We got so much stuff going on.
So
with
much
sports.
going on. Yeah, I got it.
Just inside for ball number 1.
And tomorrow, boys golf. Boys golf. Girls work today, they got
1-0 count for Kay Kendall. Runner at second, 1 out. Outside and low, 2-0 count. And a foul ball by Kay Kendall. Right behind him. 2-1 count. 1 out. Runner at second. Kay Kendall, 2-1 count. And a foul ball to the right side. Can he get there? No, it lands. And that'll be a 2-2 count now for Kay Kendall. 1 out, runner at second. Again, 2-2 count. right down the middle for strike number 3. And that'll be 2 outs for the Marlins with a runner at second. And that is going to bring out number 16, Cabrera. Cabrera, 2 outs, runner at second. Down the middle for strike number 1.
Thank you.
0-1 count. Cabrera with a foul ball down the left side line.
How you doing? Looks like a familiar face.
0-2 count. 2 outs, runner at second.
Namesake, huh? Richie, all right. Cool, man.
He would work at the college when I was doing the college and stuff. Yeah.
Ball low, 1-2 count.
He was still fresh and new. Yeah, we didn't know how to use them. We used to dial up.
He's really productive.
I'm gonna get a voice. Thank you.
Be ready, boys. Be ready, Brennan.
1-2 count now for Cabrera. Runner at second, 2 outs.
Sorry,
Ball high. 2-2 count. Cabrera with a long foul to the left side, staying alive. 2-2 count still now for Cabrera with a runner at second and 2 outs. Hit by pitch. And that will be awarded first base for Cabrera. And that'll be top of the lineup for the Marlins. And that is bringing up number 7, Garrett. Garrett, 2 outs, runners at first and second. And Stillman checks the runner at second. Garrett with a high fly, and it is out of here. Home run by Garrett for a 3-run shot. And that is going to bring up number 19, Jackson, for the Marlins with 2 outs and no runners on. Outside for ball number 1. Garrett with a shot to center field, and it will drop for a single. And that is going to bring up number 8, T. And Jackson saved from first to second. And that'll be a 1-0 count for T. Runner at second now, 2 outs. And that is a grounder to shortstop. Fields it. And safe at first on an RBI single by T. And that is going to bring up number 10, Wagner, to bat for the Marlins with 2 outs and a runner at second. Ball low, 1-0 count. Ball outside, and ball escapes the catcher, and that'll move T over from second to third. And that'll be a 2-0 count for Wagner. Just inside, 3-0 count.
Strikes earlier.
Hey, look, there's a giraffe over there.
Wagner with 3-0 count. Right down the middle for strike number 1.
Good job, Mac.
3-1 count for Wagner. Runner at third, 2 outs. Wagner with a shot to right field, and it will drop on an RBI single. And that is bringing up the pitcher, number 2, August, with a runner at first and 2 outs. And that is a foul ball. Oh, and 1 count. Runner at first, 2 outs for August.
Hey, look, there's a giraffe. Wait, Papa,
Ball outside, 1 count. August with a 1-1 count, runner at first, 2 outs.
I know where you're going.
Ball low and ball escapes the catcher. And that will move Wagner over to second. Swing and a miss by August. 2-2 count. 2 outs, runner at second. August staying alive with a foul ball behind us. Still with a 2-2 count. 2 outs, runner at second. Just inside. Full count now for August.
Yeah, okay.
3-2 count, 2 outs, runner at second. Ball away and low for ball number 4. And that is bringing up number 3, Vanna, up to bat for the Marlins with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Ball low and away. 1-0 count. My phone got dark. Inside corner for strike number 1. A 1-1 count. Runners at first and second. And ball inside. 2-1 count. And runners will advance to second and third. 2-1 count for Vanna. Vanna with a shot to left side, foul ball. And that'll be a 2-2 count now. Two and two count, 2 outs, runners at second and third now. Ball down and low. 3-2 count. Vanna with a full count, 2 outs, runners at second and third. Swing and a miss by Vanna for strike number 3 to end the top of the 4th. And we are going bottom of the 4th.
You're not getting the wind that I got.
No.
I was blessed. This is a good spot right here. So when are you up next?
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, I don't know if they have a JV team yet or not.
It'll be
Here.
here.
I guess I will do so.
Oh, let me know. I guess I'll publicize it.
Yeah, I will. All right, we'll see you.
I'll go see if my wife has some food for me. I like that. I sort of put more pressure when I say, "Woman." No, I'm just kidding. I don't. You're on 181 going south. It's 536.
She lives off of
Okay, when you're going south 181, do you live on the right or the left? I'm on the right. You're on the wrong side.
See, you are right.
I'm on the right. Most people live on the left side. Not as many people live on the right side. It's kind of nice. Unless you like to get away from it sometimes.
And to start the Bobcats is number 3, Mason Sweeney, bottom of the 4th. Again, number 3, Mason Sweeney up to bat for the Bobcats. And August still on the mound for the Marlins.
He used to be. He's married to. So
Outside corner for strike number 1.
I don't think I'll ever go away from Toyota. Otherwise, I might visit.
Ball low and away. 1-1 count for Sweeney. Again, 1-1 count for Sweeney. Swing and a miss by Sweeney. 1-2 count now for Sweeney.
All the way to the bat, maybe.
One and 2 count for Sweeney. Again, Sweeney with a 1-2 count. Ball low and away. 2-2 count. Excuse me, a 3-2 count for Sweeney. Ball low and away, and that'll be ball number 4 for Sweeney. And he will be awarded first base, and that is bringing up number 13, Colton Lopez, up to bat with a runner at first and no outs. Ball high and away. 1-0 count for Lopez. Lopez with a grounder to the pitcher. And he will be safe at first base. And safe at second on a single by Lopez. And that is bringing up number 17, Enrique Ramirez, to bat for the Bobcats with runners at first and second. Number 17, Ramirez, up to bat. Runners at first and second, no outs. Ball low and away. 1-0 count for Ramirez. Ball low and away again. 2-0 count for Ramirez. Runner at first and second. No outs. And we want to say thank you for joining us on ST Bobcat Nation here on YouTube. Ramirez, 2-0 count. Right above the knees for strike number 1. 2-1 count. Runners at first and second for Ramirez. Outside corner for strike number 2. Two and 2 count now for Ramirez. Runners at first and second. Ball low and away. 3-2 count now. Runners at first and second for Ramirez. Ramirez with a fly to second base. And he will be safe at first. And that'll reload the bases up for Chase Shannon.
Let's go, Chase. He's right there.
Oh, in his hand. Cheer. In his hand. I guess he caught it too low.
Shannon, no outs, bases loaded. Up high, 1-0 count for Shannon. Shannon with a 1-0 count, bases loaded, no outs. Shannon with a fly to left center field, and it will drop. And that will be a double by Shannon. It bounced inside and bounced out over the wall, so that'll be a double for Shannon. RBI double for Shannon. And that is going to bring up number 22, Brennan Torres, up to bat for the Bobcats. With no outs and runners at second and third.
Let's go, Brandon!
Let's go, Brad!
Let's go, Brandon!
Again, number 22, Brennan Torres, up to bat for the Bobcats. No outs, runners at second and third. And he will be out at third base for out number 1. What an 0 count for Torres. Outside for ball number 2.
Way outside.
2-0 count for Torres. Right above the knees for strike number 1. 2-1 count. 1 out, runner at second for Torres. Ball high for Torres.
You're ahead!
3-1 count for Torres. 1 out, runner at second. Ball low for Torres. And that is going to bring up number 12, Anthony Berrial, up to bat for the Bobcats. Berrial up to bat for the Bobcats. 1 out, runners at first and second. Outside corner for strike number 1.
Eric goes around this way.
Go, Tony!
Coming around his back.
Berrial 1-0 count, or 0-1 count. Inside for a 1-1 count now for Berrial. Runners at second and third, 1 out. First and second, excuse me. First and second. 2-1 count. Berrial with a 2-1 count, runners at first and second, 1 out. Ball low, 3-1 count. Berrial with a 3-1 count, 1 out, runner at second and first and second. Outside for strike number 2. Full count for Berrial. Right below the knees for ball number 4. And that will load the bases for Hernandez. Hernandez up to bat. Bases loaded, 1 out. Ball high. 1-0 count for Hernandez. Ball high again. 2-0 count for Hernandez.
Go, AJ!
In there for strike number 1. 2-1 count for Hernandez. No, 1 out. Runners at all bases. Bases loaded. In there for strike number 2 again. 2-2 count now. Little high. Full count for Hernandez now. 1 out. Bases loaded. Swing and a miss by Hernandez for out number 2. And that's going to bring up number 8, Morgan Shannon, top of the lineup for the Bobcats, with bases loaded and 2 outs. Shannon with a ground ball to the shortstop, fielded, and overthrows. RBI single by Shannon, and that is going to be 2 runs brought in. And that is going to bring up number 2, Brennan Keys, up to bat for the Bobcats.
Let's go, Brennan!
With 2 outs, runners at second and third.
Go, Brennan!
Ball low, 1-0 count for Keys. Keys with a foul ball. 1-1 count. Swing and a miss by Keys. 1-2 count now for Keys. Ball high. 2-2 count. Runners at second and third. 2 outs for Keys. Keys staying alive with a foul tip. 2-2 count. 2 outs. Keys staying alive again.
Let's go, Brennan!
Keys, 2-2 count. Ball high. 3-2 count for Keys. Runners at second and third and 2 outs. Right down the middle for strike number 3 to end the bottom of the 4th. And we will go to the top of the 5th. 17-4. Looks like the Bobcats are going to have another pitching change, and it'll be number 8, Morgan Shannon, on the mound now for the Bobcats. And it looks like number 10, Travis Hennig, at shortstop. And to start the Marlins is number 5, Mills, to start the top of the 5th. Again, Mills for the Marlins start off the top of the 5th. And Morgan Shannon on the mound now for the Bobcats. Wild pitch by Morgan, 1-0 count. Mills, 1-0 count. No outs, no runners on. And a hit by pitch is Mills. He will be awarded first base. And that is going to bring up number 2, number 1, Wagner. Excuse me, K. Kendall. K. Kendall up for the Marlins with a runner at first and no outs. Strike number 1 in there. 0-1 count now for K. Kendall. Runner at first, no outs. Inside. 1-1 count. Outside. 2-1 count. Outside corner for strike number 2. 2-2 count. Okay, Kendall, 2-2 count. Runner at first. And a fly ball to center field, and it will drop for a single from K. Kendall. And that is bringing up number 16, Cabrera, to bat for the Marlins. Ball high. 1-0 count. Just inside. 2-0 count now for Cabrera. Runners at first and second, no outs. Swing and a miss for strike number 1. Too high. 3-1 count. Ball high. That'll be ball 4, and that will load the bases up for number 7, Garrett, who earlier had a 3-run home run.
Let's go, Morgan!
Got number 7, Garrett, no outs, bases loaded. Ball low and away. 1-0 count. Ball high. 2-0 count on Garrett. Bases loaded. Ball inside. 3-1 count. 3-0 count, excuse me. Bases loaded. And that is a fly to second base and caught by the second baseman. Out at first base, and that's a double play. And that is going to bring up number 21 to bat. And that is Baden. Inside for ball number 1. In there for strike number 1. And they just called him Jacob, so I am going to say Jacob. Jacob, 1-1 count. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. Swing and a miss for strike number 2.
Way to be watching, man.
Jacob, 1-2 count. 2 outs, runners at second and third. And the ball hits the bat, and it will be a single and that'll end the top of the 5th. And the ball hits the bat and lands inbounds for a short, small bunt, recovered by Shannon. Thrown to first and third out. And it looks like Marlins have a new pitcher out there again. And that is number 9. Looks like Campbell to pitch for the Marlins now. Again, Campbell on the mound for the Marlins. And it looks like we are going to bring up number 3, Mason Sweeney, to start the bottom of this 5th, followed by number 13, Colton Lopez. And you should be seeing the top 3, number 17, Enrique Ramirez. So it should be the lineup for the Bobcats, Sweeney, Lopez, and Ramirez. Number 3, Mason Sweeney to start bottom of the 5th for the Bobcats. Ball high out for Sweeney. 1-0 count. Ball low. 2-0 count for Sweeney now. In there for strike number 1. 2-1 count now for Sweeney. Right below, above the knees for strike number 2. 2-2 count for Sweeney now. Sweeney staying alive with a foul ball to the right side. 2-2 count for Sweeney. Sweeney with a shot to right field, and it will land, and it'll be a single by Sweeney. And that is going to bring up number 13, Lopez, up to bat for the Bobcats.
Let's go, Colton.
Followed by Ramirez. So Lopez, runner at first, no outs. Lopez with a foul ball to the backside. 0-1 count for Lopez. Lopez with a foul ball to the left side now.
Go, Colton.
0-2 count for Lopez. Runner at first.
Let's go.
Ball low. 1-2 count for Lopez now. 1 out. Excuse me, no outs. No outs, runner at first. Ball low. 2-2 count now for Lopez. No outs, runner at first. Lopez with a fly to left field, high, and drop. And that is a double by Lopez.
Good job, Colton.
Go, Eric.
And that brings up number 17, Enrique Ramirez, to bat for the Bobcats with runners at second and third and no outs. In there for strike number 1. 0-1 count for Ramirez. Runners at second and third. No outs. Low and away. 1-1 count now for Ramirez. And Sweeney's safe on the pass ball by the catcher. And that'll be a 2-1 count now for Ramirez. Runner at third.
Relax, babe. Don't second guess yourself. You got it.
Two and 1 count. No outs. Runner at third now. Ramirez with a foul ball to the right side. A 2-2 count now for Ramirez. No outs, runner at third. Ramirez staying alive with another foul ball.
Don't second guess yourself, babe. You got it.
2-2 count still. No outs, runner at third.
Let's just have some fun out there, babe. Let's go.
Ball low and a pass ball. And he will be safe at home. And that'll be a 3-2 count now for Ramirez. No outs, no runners on. 17-6. Three and two count for Ramirez. No outs, no runners on. And it'll be ball number 4 for Ramirez. And that is going to bring number 8, Chase Shannon. Number 9, Chase Shannon. Sorry, I said the wrong number. Number 9, Chase Shannon. Earlier had a shot to center field, hit in, bounced out of to the home run, so it made it a double. And again, if you did join us here on ST Bobcat Nation, we thank you for joining us. Again, Chase Shannon up to bat for the Bobcats. No outs, runner at first. Ball low. 1-0 count for Shannon. Runner at first, no outs. Shannon with a shot to left center, and it will land. And that is a double by Shannon. And Ramirez at third base. And that is going to bring up number 22, Brennan Torres. For the Bobcats, no outs, runner at second and third for Torres. Ball high. 1-0 count for Torres. Runner at second and third, no outs. Ball low, 2-0 count.
Gotta be good, Brennan. Let's go, Brennan.
2-0 count for Torres, no outs. Runner at second and third.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Ball outside, 3-0 count for Torres.
You're ahead, you're ahead.
Don't even think about it.
Again, 3-0 count for Torres. Ball low, ball number 4 for Torres. And that'll load the bases for number 12, Anthony Verreal. And I think we are going to get a pitching change for the Marlins. It looks like number 6. Dylan. Stand up. Yeah, it's 17-6, no outs.
It's butchered right now. I'm going to sew it back together.
You cold? You want me to go get the Eric's warm-ups or my sweater? And here we go. Dylan on the mound for the Marlins. And Anthony Villarreal, number 12 for the Bobcats, up to bat with bases loaded and no outs. Ball high. One and 0 count for Villarreal, bases loaded. Ball inside and away. Low. Inside and low. 2-0 count for Villarreal. In there for strike number 1. 2-1 count now for Villarreal. No outs, bases loaded. Ball outside. 3-1 count now for Villarreal.
Let's go, Ant.
Ball outside for ball number 4, and that will advance the runners. And that'll bring up number 1, Aiden Hernandez, up to bat for the Bobcats. Hernandez, no outs, bases loaded. In there for strike number 1. 0-1 count for Hernandez.
Don't get on my back like you did 2 times.
Swing and a miss by Hernandez. 0-2 count now for Hernandez. Bases loaded. And no outs. And a foul ball. Staying alive is Hernandez. 0-2 count still for Hernandez.
You don't want to do that. You're going to take me off. No, don't. That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea.
In there for strike number 3. And that'll be the first out for the Bobcats. And that is going to bring up number 8, Morgan Shannon, to bat for the Bobcats with bases loaded and 1 out. Swing and a miss by Shannon. 0-1 count. 1 out, bases loaded. Shannon with a shot to right center, second base, and caught by the second baseman for out number 2. And that is going to bring up number 2, Brennan Keys, for the Bobcats, with bases loaded and 2 outs. Outside, ball number 1. 1-0 count for Keys, bases loaded. Ball outside and low. 2-0 count for Keys. 2 outs, bases loaded.
That's like Rainbow Girls. Huh? That's like Rainbow Girls.
Keys with a foul ball to the backside. 2-1 count. Again, 2-1 count for Keys. 2 outs, bases loaded. Strike number 2. 2-2 count. He was right down the middle. 2-2 count. 2 outs, bases loaded for Keys. In there for strike number 3, and that'll end the bottom of the 5th. 17-7. And that will be ball game, where your Bobcats fall to the Marlins 17-7. And I will keep it there for the traditional handshake of the both teams. We're showing good sportsmanship. And we do want to thank you for joining us on ST Bobcat Nation YouTube. If you join us from Port Aransas, thank you all for joining us. And I hope everybody has a safe trip home. And we will be back on Friday here at home against Agua Dulce. Still not sure of the times. Don't know if Agua Dulce has a JV or not. But we will see you here Friday night again for Bobcat baseball. And there goes the prayer by the Bobcats, joined by the Marlins.
Wait, yes.
So I can zoom in a little bit more.
Let me get some. Okay, the car's parked over. Just leave it in the car. Okay.
I'm gonna make him walk home. I'll make him walk home.
Yeah, he needs to.
Again, thank you all for